Keith Ayers is an international thought leader on the topics of organizational culture, employee engagement, team alignment, and executive leadership.
These are all the people who turn up every day in your organization. How many of them actually come to work? About that many. Scary, isn't it?
Originally from Australia, Keith is the author of the groundbreaking new book, Engagement is Not Enough. He is a consultant to Fortune 500 level organizations in the United States and across the world. He has attracted a truly international following. For over 25 years, Keith Ayers has been showing senior executives how to move beyond engagement and ignite the fire of passion in their teams. Not only does Keith deliver content-rich and highly enlightening presentations, he has also developed proprietary systems, models, and assessments on team development, team alignment, and executive leadership. These allow participants to channel all the positive energy they get from a Keith Ayers presentation into transformational strategies in their own organizations.
It's the picture of my book, which is called Engagement is Not Enough. The subtitle is You Need Passionate Employees to Achieve Your Dream. It's really just the starting point. Until people get switched on, you can't do much. You can't grow your business. You can't get to another level. And so getting them engaged is the starting point, not the ending point. For a picture of an organisation, a typical organisation is fewer people at the top and more people at the bottom. So we have the leadership team up here, and we have our middle management, branch managers, and so on here, and obviously we've got a few layers there in terms of senior vice presidents and others. And then down here we have the employees who deal with the customer, right? And then out here, of course, we have the customers, right? What's the ideal relationship that you want? That any bank that wants to really be successful, and particularly the community banks trying to retain their turf against the bigger banks coming in. What's the relationship we want to have with the customer? What we need is the people who are dealing with the customer to be passionate about what they do, be passionate about your bank, and about the difference that they can make in their customers' lives, and knowing that every interaction they have counts. Tells a story about innovation. What do we see here? Right, we've got a wagon that's full of round wheels, but it's running on square wheels. All right, and we've got the manager out in the front who's pulling away. We've got the employees behind who are pushing away, and everyone's working very hard. So hard, in fact, they haven't got time to stop and look at what's in the back of the wagon. This circle represents everything that you know. Now, of course, it could be a very large circle. But let's say that this circle represents everything that you know, right? What's outside the circle? Everything you don't know. Exactly. Seems to me there's probably a lot more outside the circle than there is inside the circle, no matter how big the circle gets. If people don't feel respected by their leader, nothing else is going to work. We're certainly not going to get any passion out of it. All right, so there obviously needs to be mutual respect. They need to respect their leader as well. But that starts by respecting them. We don't just sit back and say, well, when you respect me, I'll respect you. It doesn't work that way. We've got to give it in order to get it, all right? And there's a whole bunch of things that can have an impact on that a lot of people don't understand. For example, I've got fair compensation up there. Do you see compensation, or do you see your payroll as an expense or as an investment? What do you do with the expenses? You cut them, right? Minimize them. You try to contain them, and of course, especially when things get tight, we've got to contain payroll expenses too. But if we see it overall as an expense, and we see our employees as an expense, that has a big impact on how we treat people. They get the message that we are an expense.
all right? As opposed to we're an investment. You invest in us and we'll return that investment many times over. So it's more an attitude more than how you actually pay people. People want to learn and grow, but they will only want to learn and grow from someone who they know respects them and that they respect. We've got to have that respect first. And there's the need to be an insider, the need to really belong, to know that I'm part of the team. I'm on the same team as my boss. Right? I'm on the same team as the CEO. We're working on creating a great company here together, rather than there's us and them kind of approach.
Keith Ayers' tried and tested methodology has transformed countless organizations around the world. Not only does working with Keith Ayers impact bottom-line results, he also helps leaders create an environment in which a passionate team of employees and senior managers just can't wait to come to work each morning. If this sounds like the kind of environment you need in your organization, choose Keith Ayers for your next keynote presentation, full or half-day workshop, or senior management retreat. Find out more by logging on to www.keithayers.com.